Welcome back, everyone. I don't know why I'm doing this. I couldn't even hear any music. I was just doing this. No idea. My next guest, very excited to have him. He's one of professional wrestling's top managers. He's the composer of the popular song Pencil-Necked Geek. He's also America's leading archivist of incredibly strange films when he isn't busy appearing in them. Please welcome Johnny Legend. Johnny Legend. Hey, Johnny, good to see you. Please have a seat.
Better great than never, right?
It is a pleasure to see you, sir.
Yes, sir.
You're looking well.
Thank you, thank you. If I can smell it, I can sell it, and I'm here again, so.
Good, good, good.
All right, so welcome to the Big Apple. How's it going here tonight?
It's going pretty well, actually.
Okay.
We had some lovely guests on so far, and now we're very pleased to have you. What are you doing in the Big Apple?
Well, I've got this great movie, probably the greatest film ever made, finally playing New York, Spiderbaby, which I've been chasing for...
Spiderbaby. We got some Spiderbaby fans here.
Spiderbaby. I'm doing all the usual things, you know, managing wrestlers, writing, acting, you name it. You know, I'll just, whatever comes along. I'm
You're
still
a
trying to find
Renaissance
my
man.
niche.
You're getting it all done.
Yeah.
I think that's great. Now, this whole Spiderbaby phenomenon, tell me how you found Spiderbaby.
Okay, well, what happened is I was in a theater about 25 years ago, downtown LA. I was walking around, all of a sudden I saw this sign that said Triple World Premiere Horror Bill, and I went, well, okay, that sounds good to me.
Absolutely.
Walked up, paid the $3 or whatever it is. I got in the lobby, and the manager actually came up and tried to talk me out of going in. He said, you look like a pretty intelligent guy. He said, I want to tell you.
Really? He said that to you?
Yeah, yeah. I was younger then.
What was he dressed like? That's what I want to know.
He looked like he'd been working the Burley houses on Main Street, but you know,
Right.
but he came to this theater and he thought it was his idea to get people out of the theater. I never understood it.
Right.
So he tried to talk me into taking a refund and leaving. So I said, well, I think I'll just take one little chance this time. He said, these movies are old, they're black and white, it's a ripoff. I said, no. So I went in and I see one of the greatest films ever made, Spiderbaby, Lon Chaney Jr.'s last great movie, the whole thing. About a month or two after this, the movie totally vanished from the face of the earth, disappeared. No sign, no prints left anywhere. So for 25 years, I've been kind of looking for it. There have been bad copies floating around, bootlegs and everything.
And you finally found it again.
Finally found it.
We have a clip from Spiderbaby.
We have a clip
that we
from
can show.
Spiderbaby.
Absolutely.
Right.
This is Johnny Legend's baby, Spiderbaby. Here it is. Take a quick look.
Hold it still. All I do is make a little peep. How much did we let rent out? Just enough to make her quiet. Then Ralph can play with her better.
No, that's amazing. That doesn't let that. You know what? That just looks like a melee to me. That just looks like a melee.
It's kind of a melee. You know what's strange is this film's only been out doing some test engagements the last 90 days, and it's already getting better reviews than Schindler's List, so I'm getting nervous. I mean...
So you hold this up as an excellent piece of film. You would hold it up to any film that's out there today.
I'll put this up against anything,
Forrest
past,
Gump.
present, or future. Forrest Gump, yeah. Well, Forrest Gump is another kind of family values thing that's just kind of a rip-off of Spiderbaby, so, you know. You know, these things happen. You got to learn to live with it.
Now, how is Forrest Gump in any way a rip-off of what we just saw?
Well, this thing's about a kind of family with a degenerative disease that progresses as they go through life, and it definitely emphasizes family values. It's more like Adam's family values, but it's...
Right. Isn't there cannibalism in this movie?
There's some cannibalism, but it's, it's handled tastefully.
No, that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's the way to get it. Now, I was asking people earlier, who were some of their favorite directors? You're obviously a guy who's...
And you had trouble with Leone, so that made me a little worried. But,
I was a little worried.
I believe in the masters, you know, like Ed Wood and so forth. And the man who made this picture is one of the greatest directors of all time.
Did you ever meet Ed Wood?
I did meet Ed Wood, yeah. I'm one of the few people I know who actually met him. I was about 13 years old. I met him at Forrest J. Ackerman, the editor of Famous Monsters house.
Right.
I seemed to be the only one there who was interested. I finally was meeting Ed Wood, and everyone else there was just walking by him like, who the hell's this guy?
At 13 you met him?
Yeah. I was 13, I met Ed Wood, and he actually accused me of being the first Ed Wood fan, which I thought was flattering at the time. And it took another, once again, 30-some-odd years for the rest of the world to catch up. But, you know, I can't help it.
You were a man ahead of your time, and I want to touch your beard so bad right now I can taste it. That's all I can say.
All right.
Who's the other guy you were going to tell me about?
The man who directed Spiderbaby and Switchblade Sisters and discovered Pam Grier, the Jack Hill, this really great director.
Jack Hill is...
You're probably drawing a blank again, which is like doing a self-portrait. I've done that myself, but I mean, this is the kind of guy you walk up, you can walk up to anybody on the street and they go, oh, Jack Hill, Jack Hill. I mean, it's a household word.
Jack Hill?
I mean, you can pick somebody randomly. Quentin, how about Quentin Tarantino, for example?
Quentin know Jack Hill?
Here's a man on the street.
Who Jack Hill was.
All right, I'm sorry.
In my segment.
All right.
You asked me who directors do I like, and I said Jack Hill, and you're asking him who's Jack Hill?
That was a long time ago.
It was 3 segments segments ago.
Yeah, this rock video attention span thing is getting out of
I
hand.
heard music
You're
and I
not on
blind.
TV anymore, dude.
All right, I'll rent.
No, Jack Hill is the greatest, man. You know, Pam Grier was like his, was Dietrich to his von Sternberg.
Why are we all standing?
Well, it just seemed like the right thing to do at the
Let's
time.
all
Jack
sit.
Hill!
Sit
Jack
down.
Hill!
All right. You're gonna sit down or you're gonna go? Sit down.
Sit down.
Sit down.
Jack Hill is sitting out there tonight. Hi, Jack, with his lovely little wife, Elka, going, oh, my God, it's come to this.
Hi, Jack.
Jack.
Hi, Jack.
I know you now.
Now, also, I just have to say one thing, especially if Jack Hill's watching. I mean, you know, Jack Hill is a really terrific director. I mean, he really is great. I mean, you know, his scripts
I get that. That's why you're ganging up on
Yeah,
me.
his scripts are really funny, and he's a really talented man. I mean, I'm a big fan of his work. I think me and Johnny were talking about putting together a Jack Hill retrospective because, like,
can't wait
Johnny's
to see
got
that.
all of the prints of his movies.
He's also
Dollhouse,
got
Big
the
Birdcage.
movies, and you're also the wrestling thing now. You're the big wrestling promoter, and is Spiderbaby? What's the story on Spiderbaby as your
Well, I'm
protege?
coming to that. I've handled a lot of wrestlers. I've handled Sister Slash, the Nun from Hell.
Right.
I'm handling,
You're doing this.
I'm handling Dr. Jerry Graham, who's 75 years old, a total wreck, and still wrestling, which
He'll
is
take on the
phenomenal.
Palms.
And I've got a brand new protege whose name in Spanish is Araña Niña, which by pure total coincidence, and you'll back me on this, her name in English translates into Spiderbaby,
Well,
which is
that's-
astounding.
The
She's my
Spider-Man,
new
that's an
protege.
amazing thing. Well, where is she?
She's around here tonight. She's coming soon to an arena.
Where is she?
Well,
Let's see her.
well, we're all standing again. Okay.
Wow.
All right, that's really it. That is Spiderbaby.
Okay.
She's here not only to represent the women
All
of the
right.
world, but also the film Spiderbaby and
Okay.
everything else. And you know, years ago, I was working with Andy Kaufman on Breakfast with Blassie.
I know you are.
And he was the intergender champion of the world.
Okay.
She is going to go beyond that and become
I'd like to thank my. Oh, all
the
right.
inter-everything champion of the world. She's going to take on any man,
I agree.
woman, vegetable, mineral, you name it.
I'd
We'll
like to
name
thank
it.
my guests tonight, Johnny Legend and Spiderbaby. The film Spiderbaby is available on videotape from Johnny Legend Video. Quentin Tarantino was here, ladies and gentlemen. Thank him. Cynthia Gibb, Sun City Palms. Here are the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. You're going to play us out with We Should Talk. Good work.